Elon Musk has found himself in the news yet again. The ever-so-eccentric CEO has a knack for staying in the headlines for the most absurd reasons. But this time, it's because of something a little bit more serious than his random tweets. This time, he's in the news for subpoenaing Twitter's ex-CEO. Oh, and the interesting bit? The bloke he just subpoenaed also happens to be a friend of his. So make sure to watch the full video to find out all about it. First up, the fight is getting ugly. We're not going to waste your time by telling you all the boring details about the lawsuit. Chances are, you've already heard about everything that's been going on. But for context, we're just going to give you a small recap. Elon Musk wanted to buy Twitter. He offered to buy it for $44 billion, close to $8 billion higher than the actual price. Everything was all set. Then he most likely got buyer's remorse. He thought that it wasn't worth it. Consequently, he tried to cancel the deal by stating the social media company lied to him about the number of bots on it. Twitter got livid over this. They decided to sue the guy to force him to buy the company. The fight wasn't going too well, because then Musk said he's going to go create his own website, which will be competing with Twitter. Sounds a little too familiar, doesn't it? Hint, hint, former US president created Truth Social after getting banned from the platform. Then the Tesla CEO used an online tool to calculate the bots. The founder of the tool himself said it was inaccurate. It was all very messy. And now, Musk has pulled another card out of his hat, the subpoena card. Let's dive right in. Next up, Jack Dorsey is subpoenaed by an old friend. Never ever try to go into business with your friends. You'll hear this advice often. Now, you'll see why. The SpaceX CEO has subpoenaed his friend and former Twitter chief to back out of his $44 billion deal. We know about this, not because of tweets or press releases, which is how we've been updated with the trial so far, but because of court documents. The two entities, Twitter and the extremely cheeky businessman, are going to be fighting this out in court in Delaware on October 17th. Going a little off track here, folks, but subscribe to this channel so we can bring you a detailed analysis of the battle as it goes on. Anyways, the judge in Delaware will be the one deciding whether the company can force the billionaire to go through the acquisition or not. However, it's worth noting that Dorsey wasn't the only one who was subpoenaed, because Twitter itself has targeted a host of tech investors and entrepreneurs connected to Elon. This includes a prominent venture capitalist, Mark Andreessen, and also David Sachs, the founding COO of PayPal, the fintech founded by Musk. Musk has also claimed that Twitter has breached its obligations under the deal by firing top managers and laying off a significant number of its employees. And of course, as the trial goes forward, he expects to see more information about the bots to be revealed in the discovery process. The microblogging site then claimed that Musk is backing out because the stock market tumbled, wiping out $100 billion in Tesla's value. As a result, last week, the subpoena against Dorsey was served. Let's see what it says. And now, what info does Dorsey have to give up? Subpoenas are never good. We've all watched enough Suits and Better Call Saul to know that. However, in the real world, while they're still not the best things out there, they're not really the gotcha that we see on TV. This one in particular has asked him to hand over all documents and communications related to the acquisition. He will also have to hand over the effect of fake or spam accounts on Twitter's earnings. And lastly, he'll have to hand over the measurement of daily active users on the site. A lawyer representing the Twitter founder didn't respond for a comment, but as we speak, we're sure they're all just scrambling to get everything together in the most effective, for Twitter, way possible. Musk has definitely taken a broad approach and pretty much asked for everything he could have related to the sale. Now, here's where it'll get complicated. How will Dorsey's team look at literally millions of documents and then judge what falls within the bounds of what Musk wants? They don't want to hand over too much, of course, but neither would they want to hand over information so little that they're an obstruction of justice. No wonder the lawyers didn't comment. They're too busy. Now, of course, we won't know until the 17th of October what gets handed in or not, but do stay tuned to find out more about it. Lastly, another another win for Musk. Just a couple of months ago, things were quite bleak for the entrepreneur. It seemed that Twitter had all the arsenal they needed to win this. After all, it was he who acted impulsively. But now, it seems like things are about to change, because he keeps getting win after win. How did we get here? Let's find out. His legal team just scored another win. Judge Kathleen S.T.J. McCormick of Delaware ordered Twitter to turn over some additional data demanded by Musk's side. As a consequence, Twitter now has to give the opposing legal team information on an additional 9,000 Twitter accounts reviewed last year. These are the same account reviews that were used by Twitter execs to continue estimating that less than 5% of accounts were spam. At first, he was seeking information on all of their account reviews and actions, but that was labeled as absurdly broad by the company's lawyers. They cited the fact that they've already given tremendous amounts of information. Although the judge agreed, she did chastise Musk's demand. She stated that no one in their right mind has ever tried to undertake such an effort, and that such production would mean trillions upon trillions of data points to be collected and handed over. But yeah, it seems like the crazy CEO has secured another win. So that's that. As far as the lawsuit is concerned, let's take a couple of minutes to discuss some other things happening in the world of tech. After all, it's our responsibility to keep our dear viewers informed. Next, in other news, Facebook feeds are flooded with celebrity spam. Most of us follow our favorite celebrities online. Of course, we all do. But you know what's annoying? Those spammy fan pages. We don't know what it is about them, folks, but they're darn irritating. Now, imagine that all you get to see are celebrity fan pages on your feed. As some of y'all may have experienced, many users' feeds were full of it. Users that opened up Facebook on their phones and computers were met with chronological posts to celeb pages and groups. Some posted memes to popular pages, such as those for Kim K, Rolling Stones, and T Swift, to make fun of their spam-like error. The main problem was that folks just couldn't see content from their friends and family. This made many people think that maybe they were being hacked, but it's all good now. They've fixed the problem. Moving on, what makes us share posts on social media? The average internet user spends close to 3 hours a day on social media. So it's as clear as ever that social media is becoming crucial to how we share important information with the public. In fact, the election campaigns of this decade are mostly fought out on these platforms. A new study that analyzed the behavior of more than 3,000 folks has concluded that people share information that they feel is meaningful to themselves. Alright, sorry for being one of those people, but did we really have to do an entire study to come to this conclusion? Like, come on folks, it's clear as day. We share stuff we resonate with. Sometimes we may share stuff to make our exes jealous, but mostly it's just stuff we already believe in. Finishing up, Trump is under fire again. As expected, the future of the former president's social media platform, Truth Social, is uncertain. The app has faced huge financial losses, and it's also accused of shorting its vendors. A planned merger between the company and the Special Purpose Acquisition Company has also been postponed, as the SEC is investigating the platform's dealings. Trump can't ever do anything without being shady, now can he? Then there was another problem. The company couldn't trademark its own name. That's because it's super close to an app that already exists. Vero, True Social. To add insult to injury, Fox Business News reported that Truth Social is locked in a battle with its vendor, RightForge. They've used these blokes for hosting, but haven't paid them a whopping $1.6 million in obligated payments. How messed up is that? Well, that's all we have for you guys today. Are you guys expecting to see something juicy from Dorsey's documents, or will it all be boring mumbo jumbo? Let us know in the comments down below. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more content. See you guys next time. Bye.